Your true wealth is your time and freedom. Money is just a tool for trading your time. It's a container to store your economic energy until you're ready to deploy it. But the whole world has been turned away from real money and has been fooled into using currency. A deceitful imposter that is silently stealing your two most valuable assets, your time and your freedom. Welcome to the rabbit hole.
We are entering a period of financial crisis that is the greatest the world has ever known. The wealth transfer that will take place during this decade is the greatest wealth transfer in history. Wealth is never destroyed, it is merely transferred, and that means that on the opposite side of every crisis there is an opportunity. The great news is that all you have to do to turn this crisis into your great opportunity is to educate yourself. I believe that the best investment that you can make in your lifetime is your own education. Education on the history of money, education on finance, education on how the global economy works, education on how all of these guys, the central bankers, the stock market, how they can cheat you, how they can scam you. If you learn what is going on and how the financial world works, you can put yourself on the correct side of this wealth transfer. Winston Churchill once said that the further you look into the past, the further that you can see into the future. This program is all about creating your own crystal ball, being able to gaze into the future, being able to change this crisis, the greatest crisis in the history of mankind, into your great opportunity.
They don't want what we know out there. You'll never get this on CNBC. But our school system will never tell us that, because they're part of the process. Fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. I know the game of the rich. My rich dad taught me. You know it because you're the banker. The bankers and the rich play is different than what they teach you in school. All over the world, what does school teach you about money? And the answer is nothing. And that's not a mistake. That's not an accident. I knew that, most people know that. The way to keep the poor and middle class working hard is never teach them what the rich know. So if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which came out in 1997, it's what the rich teach their kids about money, the poor and middle class do not. Poverty hurts. I mean, I don't like it. And I don't like that our academic system's so corrupt. You know, we know the banking system's corrupt. We know politics is corrupt, but academics is just as corrupt.
I mean, one thing if it's the banking and the politics, but this is where we send our children and we trust them to do the right things for them, and yet they're being not taught something so fundamental. Like you asked your dad when you were a kid, Dad, you asked your teacher, when are you going to teach us about money? And it was just,
never.
Well, never.
And they'll never will. You know something. What do you know? Share it. What is financial education? It's not get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. The financial industry is two things, debt and taxes. In 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and the US dollar became debt. And we still tell kids to go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and get out of debt. Now, who tells them to do that? That's the most ridiculous thing there is.
The book starts and it says, lie number 1, saving money will make you rich.
Yeah, it never will. You know that.
All taught that as kids.
Why would you save it and why would you work for it if they can print it faster than you can work for it? Why do you keep saving when they're printing it? The rich don't work for money. Don't you touch that stuff.
It's very subtle, right?
Yep.
They don't say, I'm going to train you to be a worker bee the rest of your life, but they educate you in a way where that's what you come out.
Right.
What else was what was he trying to do those first few months were you working for him? What was he trying to get across to you? Because he taught you the hard way about money.
And she says, if you're going to be successful in your life, you've got to find the best teachers. And a great teacher is somebody who comes from the inside, not the outside. But in school, you don't know if your instructor is for real or not. That's where the fake teacher comes from. I said, I want you to teach me about money. So why should I teach you? He said, but if I teach you, you work for me for free. And I said, why for free? And my poor dad went nuts. He says, because if I pay you, you think like an employee. Your brain will change. If you learn never to work for money, you'll be a rich man.
And this is powerful. Once you give someone a paycheck, their brain turns off.
Correct.
Because it's...
And then the promise of a pension.
Right.
And job security.
Which is kind of a paycheck in disguise.
Correct.
After you stop working. Give the man a fish, eats for the day, teach him to fish, eats for a lifetime. And most poor people confuse assets for liabilities. They think their home is an asset, it's actually a liability.
Right. An asset is a noun, like a house. Cash flow is a verb. So to understand if it's an asset or liability, it takes a noun plus verb. So if the cash is flowing out of your pocket, it's a liability. If the cash is flowing into your pocket, asset, verb, it's an asset. So I own 7,000 rental properties. Those are assets. Every month, the cash flows in. Whereas many people have the big house on the hill and the cash is flowing out.
Right.
And they're going broke.
Right, it's like a frame of mind. The other thing the poor don't understand is the number one expense for most people is taxes. And yet we don't even see it. Isn't that weird? You walk around and you look at the paycheck and say, that doesn't seem right, and you don't realize that the government's got a huge hand in your pocket and you are doing nothing to minimize that. Again, this is what's very different about the rich and the poor.
The rich don't work for money. His number one expense is tax. See, there's three kinds of income: earned, portfolio, passive. So earned income is if I get a job, that's earned income. If I'm a doctor or a programmer, that's earned income because I'm working for it. If I buy, let's say, Apple for $10 and I sell it for $20, that's portfolio income, capital gains.
Yeah.
But passive income, which is cash flow, is never taxed. And so these guys are screaming right now in America, tax the rich. I said, good luck. Because most of the guys complaining, they don't know there's three kinds of income. And the rich don't have jobs anyway. They have assets. And so the average schmo out there, poor guy, sent the kid to school, they don't learn this. You see, very few people will buy what I do, make $1 million and pay zero tax. And my rich dad taught me that playing Monopoly. That's how it started, 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. Or the McDonald's formula, I write about it here. McDonald's, Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
McDonald's is in the real estate business. So they sell hamburgers, but they buy real estate, so they pay no taxes. This guy Bezos, he's $16 billion. How much tax did they pay on that $16 billion? Zero.
And that's all legal. Anyone can do it.
Everybody can do it.
But most people lack the education.
So once you learn how to use debt as money, you can never say, I can't afford it. You see, because the banks will give you, so the banks, after the crash of 2008, the banks gave me $300 million tax-free. When I asked the average guy, I said, why don't you use debt? They can't even get a loan. Because their scores, their FICO scores, I don't even have them here, are so bad. The school teachers will never tell you that because they don't know it. My poor dad never knew that. You don't know if something is an asset or a liability until you can say which way the cash flows. So a house, is it an asset or liability? Well, if it's taking money from your pocket, it's liability. If it's putting money in your pocket, it's an asset. The US government wants me to provide housing, wants me to provide jobs, wants me to borrow money because that's how money is created through debt. I get huge tax breaks. Everybody can do the same thing if they had the financial education to do it. If people understood the tax code, we'd be more prosperous.
But can poverty be passed through genetically?
Yes.
Because it's some type of way of thinking.
It's an attitude.
An attitude.
It's very simple. When people ask me, how do I stop it? I just say, never say, I can't afford it. Ask yourself, how can I? The reason I have so much money is because I don't say I can't do it. I just go, how can I do it? And I just go and do it. I make a lot of mistakes, but that's how I learn. How can I? The poor people, like my poor dad, always said, I can't afford it. Do you think I'm made of money? I'm a school teacher. I can't do that. And I picked that up. And my rich dad never said those words. So when I meet poor people, they use the words "I can't" a lot. So the people that say, "I can't afford it, I can't do this, I can't get to college, the rich are evil," I choose not to participate in that.
And that's one thing people could change today.
Correct.
Right now is that dialogue in their head. Stop saying the word can't.
I can't.
Right.
So how can I?
How can I? Especially as in, I can't afford it, how can I afford that?
Right.
Because that opens them up to looking at it as an investment to a greater future.
Right. When I borrowed $300 million, I couldn't do it until I went to ask. And I got turned down so many times. I said, and every time I showed the banker my financials, and he'd go, "Sorry." I said, "Look, do me a favor. Why did you turn me down?" And he'd tell me, "This is out, the numbers are out here. So if I get these numbers fixed, can I come see you again?" He goes, "Sure." So it's called rejection. Same as my wife rejected me for 6 months. It's just a matter of personal willpower, which is spiritual. Just saying, if they can do it, I can do it.
And how can I?
How can I?
And I think it's you once said, words become flesh.
Yep. That was the Bible too. Intelligence increases through your mistakes, through the ups and downs, through what you learned. Real estate's real estate, but what I learned made me richer, not the money. You don't need money to make money. I think all of us, every human being has that low point in their life. And if they get the message, a new life begins. If they don't get the message, they keep going down. The richer I got was because I didn't need any money. I could use this to make money. But how did I get there? Is I made a lot of mistakes. People are afraid of making mistakes and all this, fear of failing. It limits them. Nice, so very nice. So many people trapped in the same device.
We are in Amsterdam celebrating the launch of our blockchain CaratNet. People from all over the world have come into Amsterdam today for this celebration, and boy oh boy, the crowd absolutely went wild. So many new innovations. We got to see our brand new product called the WHIM, the very first laptop computer over voice over blockchain.
It's secure, it's private, and it handles all the headaches for you.
This company has just blown everything else that is even similar or close to crypto out of the water. There is nothing else like it in the world.
The most important thing is you have to believe. You have to believe. Doesn't matter when you have not the result what you was wishing for yourself, then you have to work more.
My goal is in the next between 10 years for all people a better life. Our payment system with the future will be gold.
And our CEO and founder, Mr. Harold Seitz, took the stage and announced a brand new incentive.
Anyone here that needs something to drive? Here is Lamborghini.
I've never seen an incentive this good. We all know the generous heart of our CEO, ladies and gentlemen, but today truly it was an incredible event. So much motivation in the crowd. Our chairman of the board, Mr. Joseph Haidt, announced the opening of our bank, but also our company going public.
We will be first regulate cryptocurrency and blockchain technology financial company on stock market on Frankfurt.
Watch where this company is going in the next 1, 3, 5, 10 years. Get on it now. Wow.
A great opportunity. Don't sleep. Get into it as soon as possible.
This has been absolutely amazing, life-changing.
They are legends, football legends. Big applause for Mr. Patrick Van Kluivert and Roberto Carlos. Come here on the stage. Not just that we win them, they trust in our technology.
This is a new community, it's a new world. This is going to be very big. The Karatbar and the crypto coin is the future. I hope that everybody will join this platform. That's very important.
Congratulations, Karatbars, you rock.
The next generation of payment system starts now. Freedom is the highest level of life. Join us.
Our journey into the crypto world was very special. It's always been important to me to offer the people something they can benefit from. For me, gold represents freedom and independence for the people. Right now, we are limited by the financial system, and I want to change that.
Our CEO, he is a very innovative person. He thought about the cryptocurrency because everyone knows about cryptocurrency, which is the next boom.
You can go to a bank with a bank account right now, yes. You can buy gold somewhere, okay, yes. You can buy digital currency somewhere, yes. But everything from one hand, from one company, that never happened before.
I've known Harold Seitz for years. He's always turned his ideas into reality, and I am convinced that in the near future, the entire planet will talk about this.
It's about time to introduce the KB Universe. At the center of our ecosystem is the Karatcoin Bank. It is the world's first fully licensed crypto bank with a base capital of $100 million and is offering the KCB, a stable coin with a limitation of 50 billion units. The bank also holds the license for our gold mine in Madagascar, which has a gold volume worth $1.1 billion. The Karatcoin Bank will draw all the gold it needs to back up our cryptocurrencies from there. The Karat Gold Corporation will transact all real asset business within the KB universe, handling gold and cash gold. It is also offering our most exciting and innovative product, the KBC, the first and only gold-backed cryptocurrency in the world.
Our ecosystem is designed to offer a solution for the entire world. We have our ATMs all around the globe. where people can change their coins and withdraw cash gold.
And people can go with their cash code that they had in their e-wallet and they retrieve it with the ATM directly to the service partner and say, I want to buy your product, but not with the inflated money that we have. I want to use my cash gold based on the Karatbars universe and buy your products and services.
That's our idea. Some are trying gold-backed coins, but that's mostly just contracts. With us, it is actually about the physical gold, a real asset backing our coin.
The KB Universe gives you all the services necessary to trade and manage your funds. Karatbit offers you a platform to trade your cryptocurrencies for cash gold, US dollars or euros, and vice versa. KaratPay gives you the opportunity to do business online and pay products and services with the trust of gold backing it. The KCB coin is our digital currency used for all transactions within the KB universe. Karatbit, KaratPay, and the KCB will generate revenue with every transaction made. And the profit those services create goes right back into backing the KBC and the development of our ecosystem.
People can purchase their gold and that can be in their e-wallet, which is called KaratPay. And they can pay online using KaratPay, same like PayPal, credit card, or some other stuff.
So you want to exchange from your gold in your back office to cash gold, our currency, our physical currency, or you want to exchange to digital currency in any way, you will always use KaratPay to pay and exchange these kind of values or currencies with your back office or your wallet systems. Most coins out there are just backed up by their idea or project or whatever, but there was no real asset in a digital coin so far. And this is the first time that it happens with the KBC coin.
Our token is called ERC20 token. When someone comes here, they can buy the token. We have a physical limit for the KBC token.
Our closed ecosystem is a win-win situation for both our coins and our partners. Whenever the bank buys gold to back the KBC, its value increases. Demand and trading volume for the KBC go up, resulting in more fee revenues for the bank, which it can reinvest. Now that the bank has bought more gold, the value of the bank and the KCB will rise accordingly, again resulting in more trade and demand for the KCB, which means more revenues to further build up our ecosystem. Our reinvestments will always positively affect both coins and generate a cycle of value increase, a value that is always backed by real assets.
And every time there's a transaction, there's a fee. The fee goes into a bank, but the fee is less than everywhere else in the world. And this fee goes into the profit of the bank, and that profit will be shared with every coin holder out there.
We use 50% of the revenue from our transaction fees to develop new infrastructures, build ATMs, and mine resources. So we are constantly expanding the trading possibilities for our users and making the KCB more profitable and user-friendly. With more trading options available, there will be more fees generated, which can be reinvested into the system. The other half of the revenue is going directly into the development of our Karatcoin Bank, further increasing the value of the KCB and the trust in our bank. Thereby, we are returning the increase in value to all of our partners, affiliates, and coin holders.
I believe the Karatbars ecosystem will be the new leading financial system in the world within the next 10 years. Right now, there's no alternative to the debt caused by fiat currency. Germany owes $2 trillion, the US $20 trillion, and no one can repay that. That's why we are creating a new payment system right now that has a real value. We want to bring back balance to the ecosystem and create more peace in the world.
Karatbars is my future-safe place to do all my savings, sales, and distribution. We will no longer depend on fiat currencies like the euro or US dollar. So I want to be a part of this unique payment system and help get the word out.
I had to take the challenge and do all the work. And until now, I am successful. So I love to work in a system like this where I have challenge.
We will be able to create a new world currency, although that's not entirely true. It is the world's oldest currency and has been around for over 2,800 years.
With our all-in-one ecosystem, we offer you more than any other investment today, giving you access to everything, securing your money in real assets, trading online with a gold-backed coin, and an alternative real-world currency with the speed, safety, and versatility of blockchain-based cryptocurrencies. Find out more about the KB universe and see what it can do for you.
We will be there long term because our assets are there long term.
That's sensational. This is something really special.
That's all what Karatbars offer. Now the decision depends on the user.
Man's highest values are love, respect, appreciation, and friendship. That's how we should shape our lives. That is what I stand for, work for, and what I fight for.
Gold has been through wars, imperial collapses, and natural disasters. Nevertheless, it has always been and will continue to be the universal equivalent. The next step into a golden success story gets started. November 2018, the official Karatbit exchange is established. December 2018, the official gold standard holding and the biggest mine in the world with 700 tons deposit of gold in Guinea to be opened. March 2019, the Gold Standard Bank in Guinea will be based. April 2019, Karatbars Digital Stock Exchange, where shares of businesses will be kryptonized for trading, and blockchain smartphone working on the voice over blockchain protocol. July 4th, 2019, the Gold Independence Day. The visionary mission of Karatbars is to return gold to people. Starting from July 4th, 2019, everyone will be able to exchange pure gold to KBC at the rate of 100 KBC to 1 gram of gold. September 2019, Karatbars International will be starting operation on its own blockchain. Mainnet will be released. October 2019, Hard Fork Day. The creation of a single coin covered by gold. Both coins, KBC and KCB, will be transferred to their own blockchain with their market value protected. A single coin will be created, backed by gold and freely exchangeable for gold. Our previous plans were perfectly completed. Karat Gold Coin ICO has successfully done. Karat Coin Bank, the licensed bank and the world's first cryptocurrency bank, has been established in Miami with $100 million share capital. Mobile app to manage the gold-covered payment system was created. Gold mine in Madagascar was providing gold reserves of 900 million euros, has bought. The first deposit of 135 kilograms of pure gold was laid down. KC Bank, Hong Kong, which trades GoldBars, already has been trading with volume of 1,200 kilograms per day. All of that confirms the fact that nothing is reliable and prosperity guaranteed as gold. For the first time in the history of mankind, banks, exchanges, and gold mining companies will unite with one goal: to create the gold independence world, which will bring stability and prosperity for everyone. The next 5 years will transform our world. This is what Gold Standard guarantees. Gold Standard and Karatbars create the biggest future together.
Smartphones are yesterday. From now on, all your telephone conversations are bug-proof. You'll serve much faster and without anyone watching. Organize your business online. And all of that at the highest level of security with your Impulse K1 phone. The worldwide unique and the first real voice-over blockchain phone. Your Impulse K1 phone. Developed and realized by Karatbars and Crypto Data.
This phone operates over our own blockchain with low cost. These costs will be paid in KBC coins. This is only one reason how we create demand with our KBC coin. In total, a complete economy system based on gold. What does this mean for our future? You have now the possibility to join a global player and to participate on its ongoing expansion.